Hello guys, my name is Textureman and today I'm going to show you how to photorealistic render this 3D model Huawei FreeBuds. But before we starting, I'm going to say big thank you to my first Patreons, Jean-Baptiste Lionelli and Thomas Eager. Thank you guys for supporting me on my Patreon. And if you don't know anything about my Patreon, you can basically download 3D files and 3D models from this tutorial, so go and check it out. And also, if you want to support me for free, just subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you guys. So let's start it. First of all, I just need to import my 3D model. Doesn't really matter if I'm going to click open or import. I'm just going to click open. I'm just going to find my 3D models and I'm just going to open this FBX file type. Double click on this and just press import. Now we need to wait a little bit depending on the model quality and the file size. Alright guys, so this is how it looks when we import our 3D model. I'm going to make sure I'm in the basic rendering mode so my preview is a little bit more faster. And the first step is to open this case. So let's do it. And I'm going to the case top and I'm going to the move tool and I'm just going to open this. So now we can see there is the first problem. We can't open it from this side. So we are trying to reproduce this picture right here. So you can see this picture is in a really high resolution and it looks really realistic. So we need to open this case like this and we need to position these three buds in a similar way. So back to the keyshot and you can see I can open it or I can open it, but I need to adjust it manually. So that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm going back and first step is to separate this part right here. We need to, oops, I think it's this part right here. We need to separate this cylinder from rest of this object, and this cylinder will be something like the pivot point for opening, something like the joint. So I'm going into the tools, split separate objects, and I'm going to click on this split object and apply. Simple as that. Now we got separated this cylinder. So we need to move or open this whole part. So again, move tool, but we are going to the pivot section and pick our pivot point, and we are going exactly to this part and press the OK. And now I'm going to hold Shift and move along this red rotation button or something, and we are going to open it to -90. So it looks exactly like on the image, and I'm going to click on this, and we need to bring this whole model up just a little bit, something to like this. For example, okay, this is good, and we need to pull out these individual free butts. So let's do it. I just going to start with the left and I'm going to the move tool and I'm just going to bring this guy up, something to like this, and we need to also rotate this boy, so something to like this is really good. Okay, it looks good, and we are going also make the exact same process with this right freebot. So we are going to bring this up and I'm just going to actually make it a little bit different, so maybe something to like this, and we are going to rotate it a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to rotate it by 60 degrees, -60, something to like this, and we need to bring these, okay, they are too much close, so we are going to bring these a little bit more like this. Okay, and I'm going to check my left again, and this is actually all right. So yeah, it's looking good for now, and we are going to set up our camera. So I'm going to my camera tab, and I'm going to bring my new camera or create the new camera, and I'm just going to use the really high focal length, something like 90 millimeters. Okay, and I'm just looking for something to like this. Okay, this is all right. I'm going to the quarters view, so I'm going to make sure we got this in the middle. Okay, and I'm just going to make this a little bit less and this a little more. And this will be distance, something like this. And I'm just going to bring this more in the center. So this is all right. I'm going to save my camera and click on this. So every time when I will be using my free camera and I will click on this, I'm back to my view. So we set up our preview or our view, and we need to create the materials. So we are going to start with these earbuds, but before that, I'm just going to make them a little bit more shiny so I can set up the lighting. So I'm going to select all of them, all of the parts, and I'm going to the plastic. I always using something like hard plastic, hard shiny. So when I will be set up in the light, I will have a better better visualization, and I will be able to know what's going on when I set up in the lightning. So I'm going to press this to create new environment, and I'm going to choose the color. So this will be the color, white, completely. You can use also the black, but you will need to adjust the environment pins. So I'm going for the white. I'm going to click on this button, and let's start working on the lightning. So I'm going to make sure this is all right. You can use ground shadows or not. We don't really need to use them right now because we don't have the ground plane. And let's just working on our lightning. So I'm going for the highest resolution. I'm going to bring this black. So everything in my scene is completely dark. There is no lights. Even the backplate is white. So we are going to create our first pin, and I'm just going to create this pin, and brightness will be something to like this, and we need to make it a little bit higher. So we are going for a rectangular type, and I'm going to change the size. The size will be something like 90, and this will be something like 70. And I want just the half of the light because we are going to make the fall off and also round corners. So if I'm going to undo this half, we can see the whole light is smooth, but we want one side smooth and one side like the hard light, and you can see what's going on and how it looks. And we also need this height a little bit more brighter. So this is all right. We are going to rotate this light, something to like this, and we are going to bring this light something to like this, but this will be okay. So we need I'm gonna use these sliders to move the light left and right and down up. So I'm going right here. something to like this, and this light will be a little bit more down, something to like this. -2 will be all right for 2.75, and you can see there is nice lightning, and you can see this silhouette or this lightning is really nice, and it looks really good even with this plastic material. So I need to create a couple more materials as well. So I'm going to duplicate this one, and I'm just going to move this something to like this, but I'm not going to use half for this. I'm going to use normal, but this will be much more slimmer lightning, and this is all right, this is all right, and we need to bring these lights a little bit more right here, so it's going from back of the object. So, and something to like this, and maybe like this. Okay, this is all right. You can see there is nice lighting right here, and we need a couple more lights as well. So I'm going to create another light, and this will be actually circular light. This will be much more bigger light, and we are going to use again 1.25, and I want follow as well 1, and I'm going to bring this light something to like here. I just want to make, I'm going to click on this and this. I want this light to be right here. I'm just going to make it a little more interesting. So something to like this. Now, all of you guys asking me in the comments how to create the materials. The first step is to create the better lighting. And that's like the best thing what you can do. When you learn how to lighting the product like this, you will never have the problem to create realistic renders, even from these basic materials in the keyshot. And what the reason number one why I'm using the keyshot is simplicity. And you can really achieve realistic renders with some good lighting. So let's continue. I'm just going to duplicate this light to create my last lightning, and this light will be smaller. It will be just 40, and this will be just 1. I want the fall of edges, and I'm just going to make it a little more to the right, to the left. Something to like this, and this. Okay, this is all right. And you can already see how it looks with this basic plastic material and the simple lighting. And I'm just going to make sure this is all right. So maybe something to like this. Okay, I'm going to click on this. So it will render the full resolution of HDRI. And that's it for the lighting. And this will be something like the part number 1. And I will also upload the part number 2 when I will show you how to finish this 3D model or 3D scene, and how to render it, and how to create all the realistic materials. So guys, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please hit the like button or hit the subscribe button. And if you want to support me a little bit more, check out my Patreon page, and you can download this 3D model, and you can have also the scene ready for render. So guys, thank you for watching. Have a nice day and have a nice render. Bye.